Have you ever stopped to listen? I mean, really listen to the way we speak? It's a symphony of sounds, a river of words that flows from coast to coast. A person from Texas paints with long vowels. Someone from Boston clips their words. And yet we all call it the American accent. But have you ever wondered where this voice of ours came from? It didn't just appear out of thin air. It was born from history, from struggle, from countless journeys, from wooden ships and endless plains. A story more fascinating than you might imagine. The American accent is not one single thing. It is a tapestry woven from 1,000 threads. So let's embark on this journey together. Let's unravel the mystery of the American voice. We travel back to wooden ships and untamed wilderness. We will meet the people whose voices first mingled to create this new sound. Imagine a small, creaky wooden ship tossed by the waves of the vast Atlantic Ocean. Close-up of the ship's deck, ropes creaking, salt spray. People peering over the rail, anxious and hopeful. They are carrying their voices. They brought the sounds and rhythms of places like London, Plymouth, and the countryside. When they arrived in the early 1600s, they stepped into a world that was new and utterly different. The air, the trees, the sounds, all unfamiliar. This continent was already home to millions, Native Americans with rich, diverse languages. The English the settlers spoke was about to have its first conversation with this new world. Think of it like a family recipe moved to a new country. You improvise with local spices and vegetables. The dish is still recognizable, but it has changed. The language did the same. Settlers came from all over England. Regional dialects mixed in small, isolated communities. Accents rubbed off on each other like colors of paint swirling together. This was the beginning. Not one sound, but a new blend of old ones. The shores of America became a beacon. People arrived from Germany, the Netherlands, Ireland, Scotland, France, later Italy, Poland, Africa, and Asia. Each group brought their most precious possession, their language. Imagine a classroom where every child speaks a different language at home. When they learn English, bits of their tongue slip in. A German W can sound like a V. An Irish rhythm adds a lilt. Pockets of immigrants acted like little labs. Pennsylvania Dutch, Cajun French, creating new ways of speaking. They adapted words for old lives and borrowed new words for new realities. Raccoon, moose, skunk. These come from Algonquian languages, permanent reminders of first cultural exchanges. Words like pretzel, kindergarten, bayou, levee, boss, cookie became common. We don't think of them as foreign anymore. Americans invented words for new institutions and ideas. Congressman, state house, caucus. We turned nouns into verbs. A practical, direct language shaped by a can-do culture. If Americans started speaking British English, why do we sound different? Both accents changed, but in opposite directions. After the Revolution, Atlantic back and forth slowed. Two friends moved to different cities and picked up new slang. In Britain, a fashionable upper-class accent emerged, received pronunciation, posh and non-rhotic. They began dropping R's. Car sounded like ka. Most American accents are rhotic. We pronounce the R in car and father clearly. America kept older R sounds. Sometimes we preserved features that Britain later dropped. But not all Americans are rhotic. Boston famously drops its R, influenced by close ties to southern England. Rhotic accents exist in Scotland, Ireland, and northern England, just as variation exists across the Atlantic. In America, there was no Royal Academy telling people how to speak. The accent grew from the ground up. It became more democratic, shaped by farmers, merchants, immigrants, and pioneers. The American accent isn't wrong British English. It's a parallel branch that held on to older traits. Language shifts tell a big story. Our R is a small sound with a large history. It's not just the R's. Vowels are the melody of speech. They play different tunes in America and Britain. One famous example? The O in hot. American hot. British hot. Think of dance and bath. In America, they share a flat vowel. Southern Britain lengthened one of them. This trap bath split happened in England after colonization. It mostly didn't reach America. Vowel shifts created regional varieties. The northern cities vowel shift around the Great Lakes, southern drawl, New York corridors. An American might say water to rhyme with hotter. A Brit might say wota with a softer T. Settlers borrowed Native American words for animals and plants, pecan, squash, and names for wildlife. These words are echoes of people who knew this land long before Europeans arrived. Americans invented practical words: caucus, blizzard, belittle, reflections of new institutions and experiences. Our language often favors directness, nouns turned into verbs, clear action words. Words reflect the American story, landscape, invention, and a practical spirit. Technology would accelerate these changes. In early America, isolation shaped accents. Small valleys or islands kept distinct ways of speaking. Generations concentrated accents until trains and cars began to mix people widely. Railroads and cars moved people. Radio and TV gave millions the same voice to listen to. A manufactured average, General American, emerged as a neutral accent for mass media. Actors, announcers, and stars shaped slang and pronunciation quickly. Technology sped up change. Where change used to take generations, now it can happen in hours. The internet created a global conversation. Accents connect to digital communities as much as geographic ones. A teenager in Nebraska, a gamer in South Korea, a creator in London, all shaping how words sound. At the same time, people celebrate regional accents, Southern drawl, New York cadence, badges of home and culture. The future is likely a blend, global influences plus local pride. Next time you hear an American speak, listen closely. Hear the echoes of Irish rhythm, German vowel, Old English R. Our accents tell where we've been and where we're going. The story isn't over. We write the next chapter every time we speak. What do you hear in your voice? Share it below. Tell a story of the words you grew up with.